Guys, I got a bunch of good news to share with you in this video. Chip licensing, software licensing, it is confirmed by top management and the CEO itself. But first of all, of course, today marks the start of ET9 deliveries all across China. People are taking delivery of the cars. People are very excited about the cars. And so far, people have said nothing but good things about the ET9. And even here in Beijing, we have customers taking delivery of the ET9. Everywhere across China, deliveries of the ET9 are starting. Very exciting. And it really shows that there's still a lot of interest in NIO's tech and NIO's vehicles. It's just that currently they're still selling older generation vehicles. Very soon, you're going to see the new 5566 and the new 777 later on in the year. And this will, of course, people are waiting for that. That's when deliveries will kick back up to a next level. Okay, so don't say that NIO's cars are bad or anything like that. It's just they're going through a product transition phase, okay? And there's still a strong demand, but there's strong demand for the newer generation of vehicles, which will be coming very, very soon. And right now is also an interesting phase because the ET9 and the newer 778 cars will all be on the 900 volt platform, and those batteries cannot swap into the current 400 volt batteries. And the newer 5566 ET5, ET5T, ES6 and EC6 will still use the 400 volt batteries when they are launched in May of this year. So very soon you're going to see those come to market, but they will still, in a sense, there's benefits to staying with the 400 volt. Of course, you have access to more batteries in the battery swap station ecosystem. And of course, you can have a much relatively lower, cheaper price. And I think this is an excellent strategy. And of course, you have the upper end cars, the 7778, the ES8, ES7, EC7, and ET7. They will be all going to the 900 volt platform and using the same battery pack as the ET9. And top management has confirmed that the ET9 100 kilowatt hour battery pack will be the standard going forward for newer NIO products from the 7 series and above and going into later years. So this is very, very nice. Now, in terms of course, for shareholders, are all really worried about profitability. Will they be able to earn money? And one of the good things that top management has said is that they are willing to license out chips, and software licensing is actually confirmed. Okay, so first let's hear NIO's CEO talk about chip licensing.
Our chips speak for themselves. For the best, come to us. We've got the power to deliver.
So the CEO himself is saying, hey, if you guys want the chips, we have the power to deliver the chips. 9031, one chip is equivalent to 4 Orin X chips. And this comes at a period of time where NVIDIA's Thor chips got delayed. And lots of manufacturers here in China are kind of screwed over by that because they have to push back their product cycle. They intended to launch their cars with the NVIDIA Thor chip, but they can't because that thing got delayed. And of course, there's huge uncertainty going forward with the Trump tariffs, right? And that could potentially make things a lot more difficult, more expensive. And of course, retaliatory tariffs from China could make NVIDIA chips the target of imports, and that could become more expensive for automakers here in China. So it just really makes sense for them to choose something more reliable like NIO's NX 9031 chip. So this is, of course, a potential avenue that they're going to explore, but it doesn't seem like there are buyers at the moment. However, one thing that is confirmed is that the software licensing. So NIO has been working on their own SkyOS software, which is used in ET9 and also used in Onvos and also for Firefly, and also future NIOs will all use the SkyOS. But top management in this post, in the underlined part, said that they are slowly replacing AutoSAR and that there will also be other brands, non-NIO brands, using NIO's software, NIO's SkyOS software. What does this all mean? It means that hardware and the software licensing fees are going to kick in very soon. So hardware, not yet. exactly, but software already. All right, they already have people that are going to use the NIO SkyOS software, and that, of course, means revenue for NIO. And that means going forward, we're really going to see R&D pay off, not only in terms of their own vehicles, but also in terms of the other vehicles that they partner up with. And the benefit for having these R&D that they've been spending so much money on is that they're able to improve margins. So one thing that they've said was that the using their own chips instead of NVIDIA's or NX chips saves them about like 10% in cost or something like that. It was something crazy, which is absolutely insane. But of course, that does mean better margins, right? So we can expect chip licensing to happen very, very soon. And of course, another very good news for NIO and bad news for Li Auto is, of course, Li Auto also started making their own chip, but they sort of encountered difficulties producing their own chips, and it kind of failed in the first initial manufacturing process. So they had this major setback, meaning their chip hasn't crossed the first step yet. And right now, NIO's chips are the only ones for vehicles that have that much capability and are available. So, and what you're seeing, interestingly, is that Li Auto is sort of following NIO's route. NIO is looking to actively license its software, SkyOS. Li Auto also announced a similar thing recently, that they were going to are willing to license out their own software as well, of course, to generate returns, right? So it seems like NIO is on the right track. NIO is ahead of competitors, right? They got their chip ready. Other people are not. And, even NVIDIA's got their chips delayed. NIO's chips are already being delivered right now, right? The current ET9s all have NIO's self-developed NX9031 chip. So the chips are ready, the software is ready. They got licensing coming out very, very soon. This is going to be huge in terms of revenue stream going forward. So once again, I'm like, even though the share price is so damn low right now, near 52-week lows, and I understand a lot of you guys are very frustrated, but understand that the money that they've spent, a lot of the R&D money, is going to pay off very soon. All right, they are the leaders, even though they aren't in terms of market cap, but the leaders in tech. And it's very important that we don't forget about that when we look at things. So software licensing confirmed, chip licensing coming very soon. The CEO himself telling people, if you want powerful autonomous driving chips, you can get it from NIO. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.